Hey, Dave Austin here. It's Monday. It's time for Game Ready. Remember, we talk about starting your week strong. You know, we start with our Game Readies every Monday Pacific time at 12 noon. I happen to be in Utah today, so it's 1 o'clock here. I think, where was I last week? Was I in Michigan last week? I forget now. It goes so fast. And I was in Hawaii. But we stay consistent. Consistent action is what makes anything happen in life. And I see Jeff Brody from Toronto is in the house. I love it. April's come on. Beautiful. Fantastic. So how do you make my theme today? I always give you a theme before we focus in on that game ready that's going to be the vision that's going to lead you through the week to be stronger in this day and then throughout the week. So how do you make $1 million in one day? Well, first of all, the fact of even getting into your imagination. A lot of people say, well, $1 million in one day? I can't even imagine that. Well, if you can't imagine it, then obviously it's not possible. Now, that's not criticism. It's just what it is. And what made me decide to do this as a theme today is that on Saturday, hey, Brian, Chase, my 22-year-old, he's been working for months, has had like a whole month of, I don't think he's had a day off. And he works for John Asseroff, and they have their NeuroGym. And they have a year, once a year, they have what's called a Brainathon. And this is their big event. And each year it's kind of declined. And this year, a lot of responsibility was put on Chase. And he's got a team. It's not just Chase alone. But, in marketing there, and then he was the director. He had to make these on-the-spot decisions as this whole broadcast went online. I watched part of it, and Kathy watched it. It was brilliant. I thought, wow, this is up-leveling. This is the 6th year they've done it. And I knew Chase was nervous going in. Friday night, I gave him a game ready, just like I do with athletics. And he called me at the end on Saturday and goes, wow, I miss sports, but this was the same excitement of going on the football field. So it's really great when you can, go ahead and bring your passion to whatever you're doing, whatever it is, and bring it fully. And they did 1.2 million on Saturday. 1.2 million in one day. It's like, whoa, but was it really one day? All the prep that led up to it. It was, Chase hasn't had a day off for a month, but it's been 6 months of prep. So sometimes, if we really want to achieve something, what are we willing to do? Well, first of all, you better open your imagination, because you're limited to what you can imagine to even come close to achieving it. Like I just, yesterday, I'm in Utah, a friend of mine, we have a house in escrow right now, and I wanted him to see it. And he walked through this house, and it's pretty neat. And he goes, wow, I've always, thought of having, a big home, beautiful home, but this goes beyond my imagination. I've never been in a home this large before. And I thought, it just occurred to me, he says, well, it's interesting. If we can't imagine something, then it really can't, it's going to be very challenging ever to really happen. That's why we do at the end, we do the visualization. So you are seeing things that maybe what you're trying to do is make the abnormal normal. Because you see it, so your subconscious mind can start accepting it. The gentleman that ran the 4-minute mile, under the 4-minute mile, broke it. No one had ever done it before. In fact, doctors, they actually said, I don't think the human body could run that fast. They'd probably die. I mean, believe it or not, it was out there that we weren't made to do that. Well, how did he accomplish it? He got an old clock and put it up there at 3:59 or whatever, so he would run, and then when he finished, he'd look at the clock and it was 3:59. What was he doing that for? He was creating, the mind could accept it. Once he did it, then everyone else saw that, hey, we can do this. And so the very next race, someone else broke the 4-minute mile, and then someone else broke it, and then everybody started going, oh, it's believable. So to have $1 million day, let's go over each step. 1, you got to imagine, and just, even in your mind goes, this is crazy. Imagine it can happen. Because for me, I know the things that I imagine, they happen. I have an opportunity, just to tell you, I have an opportunity to have $1 million day right now. And so it's kind of fun. Now, it's not happening in one day. It's all the meetings that are going on, and it's going to still take some next, few steps. But if I can't imagine it happening, part of me is going to reject it. Part of me is going to keep it from happening. So I have to open myself up to say, that's possible. And I can see it, and I can see receiving it. In fact, I got so in tune to seeing it, I got excited because all of a sudden I thought, I can take 10% to tithe, and I thought about what I was going to tithe to. Now I got excited. That's how really it got for me. I thought, oh my gosh. And I started feeling how cool it would be to give this Journey's Dream $100,000. So now it became even bigger for me because I allowed myself to actually believe it could happen. So the chances of that happening now has gone right up. And every time we do a Game Ready, it doesn't guarantee you're going to win. It puts you in the place to win. So if that's something important to you, allow yourself to imagine it and see it when we do these Game Readies. That's how you create the opportunity. I mean, I never would have, until I started expanding. It's all about, I keep expanding. Every day I get a chance to expand a little bit more. But, when I started hearing that, I heard someone, they charge a lot more than me, and like 10 times more than me to do private coaching. I go, wow, that's interesting. They charge $250,000 a year to coach someone. I thought, wow, not someone that's well known or anything, but it opened up my belief system that something's possible. And by doing that, it opened up another door, that opened up another door, that opened up another door. And so I just keep walking through and allow myself to expand, but it's the practice. It's how you practice it. My own son Shane, who became an MVP, or brilliant in what he does in football, he not only imagined it and saw it in his mind, but he started speaking it. He put it on a little sticky pad. I am the MVP of the AFL. I am the starting quarterback, because he had been the backup. And then he went on to create so many, brilliance. And now he has a whole new belief system about who he is when he steps on the field. But you have to be willing, because when you're willing to make those changes, to step out there, the fear is going to hit. It's okay. And that's where, for me, it's about knowing that there's going to be weak moments within me. And there's going to be strong moments. So just know that. That's part of being a human being. And so for me, I just know that God's a part of every step, with me in the weakness and with me in the strength. And as long as I remember that and not get in the way, that added strength just takes me to a whole new level. And I love it. Jeff Brody's just going that. I love that. Create it in your mind, then you can believe it. And that's so true. So absolutely true. So how do you create a $1 million day? Well, Chase's story, he worked hard with a team, and they went out there, had a good plan, open to the fact that it could happen. I think that was 3 times of what they've ever done in one day ever in their company. But they were open to it, they visioned it, but they did the action behind it. Don't forget the action. And then be open to keep being guided as you go. So you're ready for our Game Ready now? See it, think it, speak it, believe it, repeat. Brian Breen, couldn't agree more. Repetitive right action. Repetitive right action. So, well, here we go. I have witnessed this amazing creation unfold. I am honored to have seen that unfold for Shane Austin. So amazing. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks. I don't usually read it all, but I'm just loving the what's happening here. I would love it, actually, if you would post, anybody who's on, even if it's afterwards and you're watching a recording, I want you to even if it's bizarre, it doesn't matter. I'm doing this. One thing that's scary to do that is then everyone's gonna judge. Well, if you can just release judgment, then you have a chance to do it. Say, I'm doing this. And by making it and claiming it to the world, if you just say, I am doing this. I am. Like Shane Austin just said, I am. I am, I am. Couldn't be any better than that. That is the greatest gift you can ever give to yourself, to say, I am, I am. And then you accept you for who you are. And then you can walk boldly and do anything. And if you fail at whatever it is, hey, I am who I am. But you do it with honesty. You do it with a pure heart. And that is going to take you to the highest level. So let's do our visualization. We've kind of upped the ante today, haven't we? We've upped the ante. Remember, we're starting strong this week. And you be with us for Aloha Fridays on Friday. If you haven't joined us, see, we start the week strong, we finish strong. And I co-host with my son Shane, and we have some of the greatest guests. I mean, if you go to extremefocustv.com, this is some of the most intelligent, incredible resource for free. For free. There's a lot of programs you could buy that I don't know if they give you as much as what's coming through this, because I sit there in amazement. I've been a mental performance coach for almost 30 years, so I'm in this game. I know how the mind works, and yet I keep learning on our Aloha Fridays, and that's what I always want to do. Is I always want to keep learning. So join us, and if you have missed any, just go to extremefocustv.com or Extreme Focus TV on YouTube. Watch some of them. It's well worth your time, and it costs you nothing but time to grow into $1 million day, if that's what you choose to do. So choose your 3 intentions right now, what you want to do this week. Who do you want to be in this week? 3 powerful intentions. In the strength of those 3 intentions, just breathe it in. And, let it just come to you. If it's not all here yet, it's okay. Time's on your side. You got time on the clock. Now let's just move into gratitude. Let's just take a moment, think about things you're grateful for. Because as you really allow yourself to tap into gratitude, what you have expands and grows. That's the magic of gratitude. If you are worried about those things you don't have, and that's where it is, then that's not where you want to put your attention. There's so much in life that you can sit and say, wow, I am blessed. I'm sitting here in Utah, and I've never seen colors. I mean, we just had a meeting up in a canyon today. It's hard for me to even fathom that God could create this kind of painting. I've never seen a painting this beautiful, let alone being it live. I am grateful just to be here for that. However the meeting goes, and the meeting went great, but I'm just grateful to be here to be able to do it. So in the strength of gratitude, now go ahead and close your eyes. Now as you close your eyes, I want you to see a gate and pass through your gate. And as you go through the gate, I want you to come into this beautiful place of nature. Boy, I'll tell you, I can put myself right into, I can see every vibrant color of what I experienced today. And when you do, nature loves to be appreciated. And because of that appreciation, appreciation goes up in value. It just glows even brighter for you. See it in your mind and see it glowing because of this appreciation you're bringing to it. And start breathing, deep breath, through your nose all the way to the pit of your stomach, and then breathe out. With every breath, you're bringing a strength beyond your own. You're you're surrendering to let go, let God, and just breathe it in. And as you breathe out, you just breathe out any of the negative thoughts that are keeping you from being the greatest version of you. Breathe it in. Now see the next gate and go through that gate. When you go through that gate, there you are in your life. Now allow yourself to see something. Maybe you've never allowed yourself to go before because you didn't know how. Today it doesn't matter about how. Just see it and feel it. Feel that feeling of how awesome it is. Be living and expanding your horizons to new horizons. Scary, but scary's okay. Just work through that emotion of it all. Breathe in the strength of it all. You're stronger now because of your strength that you've brought to this vision. Go ahead now, walk back through the gate, come into this place of peace and beauty again in nature. What a gift you're bringing to yourself today. And the more gifts you bring to yourself, the more gift you are for other people. Because I like to be around those people that are positive. You can feel their energy. It's exciting. If I'm a little bit nervous or I'm a little bit afraid, all of a sudden someone in great strength walks in and I feel their strength. All of a sudden, instantly I become stronger. That's who you are at this moment. Breathe in as you step back into this beauty. Go to the well, drink from the water, running water, drink and just... Man, it tastes so cold and so cool. It's so nourishing. You're just like, wow, I'm invigorated. I can take on anything because I surrender to this incredible gift that I'm bringing to myself and to the world today, just being in this. So walk back out through the gate, open your eyes, you're game ready. And if you missed any of this, I see Linda might have just joined. Go back, it's recorded. Go through the whole process of it. It is that continued right step action over and over again that creates a life that maybe you can't even fathom how that's going to happen, but it just comes into existence because you have created it. You are a creator. You create your life whether you know it or not. And if you're not creating it, it's being created and you're living into your conditions rather than creating your conditions. It's how you respond. It's who you become through that. So you're game ready. This is your Monday game ready. Join us 1 o'clock at Pacific time for Aloha Fridays. They're fun, but they're really impactful. And this week, our guests are again they're brilliant. Aaron and Veronica are so brilliant. I can't wait for Shane and I to have a chance to interview and see even what new insights we'll have. That is the gift you can bring yourself every day. What new insight are you going to have today? Kathy and I end each day by what was your best moment of the day? I like to think of 3 wins of the day. She loves it. Just, hey, I want to give you the best thing. So then her mind is focused in on those cool things that are happening. And then she has to pick one. And it's always staying in the positive. Shane just put out there, Friday the 13th. Wow. This Friday, Aloha Fridays will be Friday the 13th. That's a scary thing, or it's an awesome thing. So thanks for joining me today. Game on. You are game ready. You've started the week strong. Now, Aloha Fridays Friday, you will finish strong. Stay through the week. Come back. Go to any of our recordings. If you need that moment of strength right now, go to the recording. Come to, and place maybe a comment. By doing things out with bold action, that's how you're going to achieve anything that you dream of. Talk to you all next Monday and see you Friday.